So let's get the grimoire open. So there we have it. There's the grimoire. Oh, zoom it out a bit, zoom it in, zoom it in, zoom it out. Can't make up my mind. Do I want to zoom it in? I'm so mind blown right now. I didn't know I could zoom in and zoom out on live. That's hilarious. Oh gosh, wow. Alright. Okay, so this is the beautiful grimoire. So I want to write something in here. Okay. So if you've seen my other videos, you'll have seen this beautiful grimoire before. Okay, so this is my grimoire. So here you can see Anubis. I'll just move it over a bit. So on that side, there's a cool picture. So that's clipped in. That's a photograph which I've clipped in there, which I printed out. And then over here there's another cool picture which I found in a book, stuck that in. So this is Anubis weighing people's heart against the feather of truth. I'll zoom that in a bit. I'm still mind blown that you can zoom in and out. So this is my grimoire or magic book. So I'm an eclectic witch. I do tend to work with a lot of ancient Egyptian and ancient Greek deities. Just because they're my preference doesn't mean I only work with those. Hecate is my main deity, who I work with for spell work. So let's see if we've got a cool picture. Oh, there you had Sekhmet there. Sekhmet, that was hand drawn, not by me. I'm more of a writer than a drawer, so I got a cousin to draw that in for me. So as you can see on the other side, I have handwritten on papyrus. And that's an excerpt from the Book of the Dead, as it says. So that's written on papyrus there. So I'm going to be writing in some new stuff. I'll show you how I do some of my calligraphy. I'm just going to play around with the book, add some new stuff to it, because it's been a while since I've added some new stuff, because I do tend to get a bit precious over it, just because I want it to be so epic and I want it to be amazing. I kind of just don't do nothing with it, so try not to fall into that same trap if you're also wanting to make a grimoire or a spell book or book of shadows, because it is hard not to fall into that trap of wanting it to be perfect. Okay, so this over here, that's an image of the patron deity Hecate. So this was drawn, or rather it's printed in, but the original drawing is Jeff Cullen. You can find him over on Instagram. Okay, so that's Goddess Hecate. So I've got my handy pens here. So I've just got a few. I'll show you which pens I've got. So these are my artistic pens. So it's a Spectrum Noir metallic silver, that one is. This one's the same make, but amethyst colour. And then there is some gold calligraphy pens here. And just regular gold gel pen there. And then that's just like a ink pen. fine ink pen. And where was the other one? So there's one that is perfect. Yeah, this is the one. So this is the pen which is perfect for calligraphy. So when you saw my moon picture back here, okay, so that's not the moon picture. Where did you go, moon? Oh, there it is. So for this calligraphy here, like moon phases, waning crescent, waning crescent, and waxing and waning. Oh gosh, why does that look? All right, it looks like I thought I did it wrong then. I thought it said waning and waning because it says waning crescent and then waning gibbous over there. That's fine. So I've not done it. Oh gosh, having a heart attack. Going back again to just how the magic book has to be so perfect, and you get so precious over it. You're so afraid of making a mistake, but you've just got to be creative with it, really, and then just enjoy the process. And don't get scared of writing in it. Okay, on the other side there, we have a beautiful photograph of Hecate, as it says. It says Hecate there. So that's just a photograph which I've clipped in there. It's by a famous artist. Excuse me, I can't think of who it is off the top of my head. But if you type in images of Hecate on Google, then that image is very likely to come up. Or if you type it in Pinterest, beautiful images. Okay. So I'll just pick this up and I'll just have to reply to you by speaking. So the Rizzler says, good drawing, that's of Sekhmet. Yeah, thank you. It is a pretty damn good drawing. And yeah, Kaya, hi. Revival Acoustic says, hi, it looks like. Philippe Lavadoris says, Oxy. And Dignity and Integrity says, I have read Solomon's Key. That is an amazing book. I do have that one in my collection. The Lesser and Greater Key of Solomon. I believe they also call it the Lemmageddon, something along those lines, but it's all about interacting with the 72 demons or spirits which Solomon was able to control. He got those same spirits to build himself a beautiful temple, so that's goals for you. But Solomon, he was like a magician like no other. You don't just get that sort of power and ability these days. Okay. And KVK says, what is that? So, if you're talking about the book, this book is my grimoire. This is the grimoire which I'm working on, so you'll see me doing a bit of writing or drawing, whatever I feel like having a mess around with it today. So what is that? So if you're on about the book, it's the grimoire, or if you're on about this picture, the picture is the winged goddess Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess. So she's a protective deity, a healing deity. She's also a goddess of victory and war as well. And this is a rare image of Sekhmet because you don't usually see her with wings. So this is why I liked that image and I put it in the grimoire, because Sekhmet, she's a powerful protective deity, as I mentioned, but here she also has wings, so it's kind of reminiscent of an angel. But the whole idea of angels having wings, that comes from another Egyptian deity who is always shown as having angelic-like wings, and that deity is Ma'at. So she is the deity of like laws and truths. So if you think about the Ten Commandments from biblical law and literature, The Ten Commandments were derived from the laws of Ma'at, which is basically told the ancient Egyptian people how to live their lives the right way, and not to do what they call it these days. They call it a sin, but basically it's just about living right. Okay, so that is the book. Okay, so there's, as you can see, there's a lot of Egyptian deities in here. Over here there is Sobek. Sobek, he is a powerful deity of protection, and another healing deity as well, actually. But he can be used for psychic protection, or if you know someone's throwing bad vibes your way, call upon Sobek or Sekhmet. They'll both have your back as long as you respect them. The important thing to remember when you're working with deities is to always show respect, and to ask or petition them for their help rather than demand and be rude. Don't be rude, because if you expect to get something from, if you was expecting to get somebody to help you, if it was a person, then you would ask them respectfully and you'd ask them for help. So you do the same with a deity. You don't be disrespectful. Okay, over here we have an image of Nefertum. So he is the son of Sekhmet and Ptah. So Ptah is one of the creator deities. So Sekhmet, Ptah and Nefertum, they're one of the holy trinities when it comes to ancient Egyptian mythology. Another holy trinity would be Osiris, Isis, and Horus, or if you're going with their proper Neteru names, then it would be Ozet, Ozar, and Heru. So all of this information is going to go in here. So there's a prayer to Sekhmet here, but I want to write in the book. So I wanted to write in about a road opening, because I've currently made road opening mix. So I want to write it in here. So over here you have the medicine wheel. So if you've seen my videos before, you'll have seen all of this. So there's a picture of myself wearing my crystal crown, showing off, because why not? And then underneath you have this. So what you seek is seeking you. It's just a reminder, because as witches or as light workers, whatever you want to go by, star seeds, we're always putting our energy out into the universe. We're always wanting to, we always feel like we're chasing after and seeking things. But I've added this in the Grimoire as a reminder that what we seek is also seeking us. Here's a beautiful picture of Toph. Found that on Pinterest. But like I said, you will have, if you've seen my other videos, you would have seen that already. And there again, that's another picture of Hekate. Triple goddess Hekate. Fabulous deity, if I might say so myself. And over here there is a belly band which I created, and inside it has the names of the angels, archangels, etc. So that's Michael, divine love, and it's got the colours which is associated with the deities as well. Not deities, sorry, archangel. So Michael, his colour association is blue. Jophiel, yellow. And there's a lot of lesser known archangels here. Let's see, go back over here. Zadkiel. So Zadkiel, he's the archangel who you'd want to work with if you're tapping in with the violet flame. He works closely with the Ascended Master Saint Germain. So that they're angels. Everybody's got angels. Everybody can work with the angels there. But again, like I said with the deities, do so respectfully. But if the angels, everybody has their own personal angels, not just archangels. We've all got our own spiritual team. If you've watched some of my other videos, I mention how to connect with your spirit guides or with the angels using channeling means. Okay. Alright, so now that I've waffled on a little bit, I'm going to find a page which I can write in this Book of Shadows, or Grimoire, sorry. Don't know what to call my own book. Okay, so that was a picture of the Horned God, but I'm not able to show you that because it's a bit rude. Because he truly is a horned god, if you get what I mean. I feel like I need to weight it down. But that's the thing, when you're adding lots of... When you're sticking in more sheets into your book, it makes it quite bulky. So then it doesn't want to stay in place. Like if it was just a regular book. Then again, I do have my Himalayan salt lamp underneath it, so I'll move that. That solved that problem a bit. Okay, so I'll move that. Okay, so let's get creative. Alright, so I'll just take a quick look at the writing. So Naruto says hi. Hi Naruto. Sorry, I've not said hello to you yet. Bugger. Bugger, I wasn't supposed to show you that page. Okay. Alright. So it really doesn't want to stay closed. The Horned God really wants to be seen. But I'm sorry, Horned God, I can't be showing you on this live stream because I don't want my channel getting deleted. Alright. So just finding a pen. Right, so in my grimoire, so this is where I have all my recipes. So I was mentioning about the road opening. So Hoodoo Road Opener. So as you can see, I write all of my stuff by hand, majority of the time. So this is my one of my Book of Shadows. So what I intend to do now that I'm working on the grimoire, I intend to all of the magical recipes, spells that I've used, I can then move the best ones over, basically. I'm going to move them over into the grimoire. So this is why I want to put the road opening recipe in here. So road opener. So Hoodoo Road Opening powder. So it has lemongrass, licorice root, lavender, cinnamon. Sorry, it's on the other side. So you're just seeing the exorcism of water. Sorry, I'll move that over. Okay. No, you still don't see it. Right. Okay, so you can see it a bit better now. Hoodoo Road Opener, so it's right there at the bottom. So I'll start again. lemongrass, licorice root, lavender, cinnamon, sage, rose, osha root, sulphur, moss. You can call upon Psalm 23 if you like. I actually didn't use that. But with it being hoodoo is a magical system which taps heavily into biblical literature or the Bible. So this is why it suggests that you can use Psalm 23 to work on, or to add extra magic to the road opening powder. So yeah, it says while you're shaking your jar of road opening powder, call upon the Psalm 23. Okay, so that is the recipe. So I'm just going to take over here. I add some other ideas. So this is a book which I worked on a long time ago when I was obsessed with Charmed. Okay, so it's got some cool ideas in here for working on borders. So where's one. There's a cool border that I did that I wanted to use in the Grimoire. So stuff like this over here, like stuff like that, it's not very neat, as you can see. It's not very neat, but I do like stuff like that. It reminds me of like Notre Dame in Paris, the stained glass window. So I do intend to do more stuff like that on the borders of my book. So all of these are just silly spells. Well, not all of them. Some of them are actual spells. But as you can, if you've seen Charmed, then you'll recognise some of the pages. Okay. Oh, and there we have the goddess Hecate, as I was speaking about her earlier. Wow. Okay. Invocation of the so stuff like this. I liked this for a border, so I'm going to recreate that and add that into the Grimoire. So just simplistic borders like that. And this is what I'm going to tap into, because I'm not the best at drawing, as I mentioned earlier. Okay. Okay. So, road opener. Okay, so which is the correct pen? So bear with me a moment, I'll just select the right pen. Nope, that's not the right one. Yep, that's the one that I want. Okay, so I'll just write. Ooh, careful. Right, so wearing a ring is probably not the best idea when you're trying to write in your book. I'm going to sit down. Okay. Right. So it's a bit harder trying to write in the book because I've got it kind of further away from me. I usually have it like right next to me. But just for the purpose of the camera and the big massive tripod, it's a bit further away than I'd like. Okay. So magical recipes. So I'll just write road opener. Open. So when it comes to doing writing, just kind of go with it. Like, unless you want to follow like a proper strict regime of writing, but I just find it easiest to just kind of wing it and just go with it. Oh bugger. that is terrible. It's not even a straight line. Bugger. Okay, but it's cool. So we can play around with that. Okay. Road opener. Okay, so I tend to write in, like I'll write a heading with this, and then I can go in there and add like the ingredients, etc. So once I've done my headings, I then use a finer pen to then write in the ingredients, just so it's smaller. Okay, so let me get that smaller pen, hopefully. Alright, let me just double check. I think this pen might have been running out. Right, pencil. So it's useful to have some spare paper, just if you want to like check your pens and stuff like that. Actually, that pen appears to be working fine. That's fine. Okay. So let me just grab the recipe. So I need... So hoodoo road opening powder. I should have wrote powder. But then again, I'll just leave it with road opener, because with road opening you can make it into a powder, oil, whatever you like. Alright, so it's lemongrass, licorice root, so I'll write them down. Lemon grass, licorice. Right, so this is proving. This is so strange. I've never tried writing whilst recording myself on video. It doesn't seem to be going very well, but never mind. Like I said, let's not be too precious with the grimoire, because then if you're just precious with the grimoire, then you never end up writing in it. You can always tweak little bits after. Okay. That looks a bit better. Road opener. So lemongrass, licorice root. Yeah, lemongrass, licorice root. Got that. Lavender, cinnamon, sage. Lavender. cinnamon, sage, lavender, cinnamon, sage. And then what else have we got in the recipe? Rose, osher root, sulphur. So when it comes to making this recipe, if you don't have everything, just add to it what you do have from the list. I find that with magical recipes, if you're missing like one or two ingredients, either find a herb which is a suitable substitute. So if you look at like rosemary is a suitable substitute for any herb. You can use it in as a magical substitute for any herb. And rose is a suitable substitute for any flower. So that's a useful tip to bear in mind. So sage, where was we after sage? Rose, osher root, rose, osher root. I've not actually have any clue what osher root is. I'm guessing it's not native to my side of the globe. Osher root, sulphur, moss, sulphur, moss, so moss, I decided to add that in myself because the recipe that I found, the hoodoo recipe, didn't include moss, although it was chosen to go in with the recipe because keeping moss is like a lucky herb basically, and it brings good stuff to you, so hence why it fits well within this recipe. Moss and allspice. All spice. Okay, so if we had a cool border, this would start to look a bit better. Yeah, I feel like this is... I'm not loving the way that this calligraphy is looking at the moment. I should probably watch some videos. I'd suggest if you are going to be precious about writing in your book, to watch some videos on calligraphy, just so that you'll be happy with the outcome of what you're doing, writing in your magic book. So allspice, okay. Florida water, that is another one of my favourites. Florida water. Alright, so what have we got in Florida water? So Florida water is 2 cups vodka, 2 tablespoons of floral hydrosol, rose water, 3 to 5 tablespoons of the rose water, and 6 drops of Mei Chang essential oil, 5 drops of cinnamon, 16 drops of bergamot oil or essential oil, 4 drops of rose dilute oil, essential oil, 4 drops of jasmine dilute, 10 drops of citrus or orange or lemon, or you can use both. That's essential oils. and 18 drops of lavender, and 3 drops of rosemary. And if you want, you can add in a sprig of sage, lavender, sweetgrass, or pine, or cedar. Also, you could add in crystals, so they would charge the mixture. Okay. Oh, bugger, I was meant to add sycamore. Sycamore. I'll put that in brackets. You may add sycamore seed. Okay, that's fine. You may add sycamore seeds. Okay, so that's just a basic magical recipe. Okay. So I've not actually prepared what else I wanted to write down in the book, which is a bit silly of me. Alright, let me just have a quick look in here. So I do want to write Florida water in. So maybe, do I want to write that here? Yeah, go ahead. I'll write this a bit lower down. Okay. So just double check if you can still see me. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Alright, Florida water. So I'll just write this here. That can go lower down. I'll write it on this side. Kind of bring a bit of balance, hopefully. Oop, that's the wrong pen. Okay, Florida water, come on. Let's... Florida water. Ooh, that's so weird. I've just thought, that's just made me think. Florida water, the recipe must originate from in Florida. I've not actually thought about that before, but that would make sense with it being called Florida water. I'm crazy. Okay. Florida water. Okay, so just taking it nice and slow. Just writing with these calligraphy pens can be a bit unpredictable if you're not used to them. I feel like I'm still getting used to this pen because it's a bit like a permanent marker, but it's like it has like a fine like paintbrush tip, which makes it kind of strange. Okay. Okay, Florida water. So water. Florida water. There you have that. Okay. Alright, so now I'll write what the ingredients for Florida water. So you can either use 2 cups of vodka or... Alright, so switching pens again. So either 2 cups of vodka or medical spirit. 2 times cups of vodka or medical spirit. So that's the first ingredient. Okay. Cups of water. Not water, sorry. Oh, well, it is Florida water, but it actually doesn't contain actual water because it's a spirit. Okay, what else do we have? 2 tablespoons of floral hydrosol. So that can be like lavender water. I think I used lavender water, but you could use any sort of floral hydrosol. 2 tablespoons of floral hydrosol. Okay. And then what is the next ingredient? Then rose water, 3 to 5 tablespoons. 3 to 5 tablespoons of rose water. My sister's been asking for this recipe. My sister Naya, she loves the Florida water that I make, and she even said she got some in, I think it was in one of the metaphysical, or actually it might have been on Amazon. She ordered some Florida water on Amazon, and she said it actually wasn't as good as my recipe. It didn't smell as nice. My sister, she wants to just wear the Florida water like perfume because it does smell really good. Okay. So what else did we have? So rose water. So then, so it says use less if you use other floral hydrosols. Okay, so you can use less rose water if you've used any other floral hydrosols like lavender. Use less if using other floral hydrosols. Okay. And then essential oils in the mix. Essential oils. Needed to add So essential oils to add. Okay. So 6 drops of Mei Chang. 6 drops of Mei Chang. And then what was after that? 5 drops of cinnamon. 5 drops of cinnamon. Cinnamon. Gosh, I've just suddenly thought it would be so embarrassing if I spelt something wrong in whilst I'm filming this live. That would be very embarrassing. Okay, cinnamon, 16 drops of bergamot, 16 drops of bergamot, not full stop, sorry, the small. 4 drops of rose dilute. 4 drops of rose dilute. So if you do have pure, then you could use pure rose essential oil. It's just rose dilute is more readily available, so that's the essential oil that I have. So if you're using pure rose essential oil and it's not diluted, then you could use probably half the amount, so say 2 drops. And it's the same with jasmine. So we have four drops of jasmine as well. 4 drops of jasmine. So if you have a awesome supplier of essential oils and you have pure jasmine oil, then you could use half the amount. So 4 drops of jasmine dilute. I'm sure that was dilute. Yep, that one's dilute. Yep, as well. Dilute. Okay. Now, what other ingredients do we want? Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, it looks like my screen froze then. Thought I was having technical issues. Oh, for some reason the playback froze, that's all. Bloody, oh gosh, you can't even see what I've been writing. Bugger. Alright, move that over. Sorry about that, guys. Guys and gals. So this is what I've been adding in. Florida water. Sorry about that. So 4 drops of jasmine dilute. 10 drops of citrus, so that's orange or lemon. So that's essential oil. 10 drops. I love anything citrus. Of citrus. We'll put that in brackets. Lemon. Orange. Oh, bugger, now I can't fit in the bracket. Let's see, oh dear. So lemon or orange. And then 18 drops of lavender. 18 drops of lavender. So it's quite complex. If you see all of the stuff that you have to pop in it, it's like making alchemy or like the Philosopher's Stone or something. So what was it? 18 drops of lavender. So this is why I don't make Florida water too often, but I do love to make it, but I don't make it very often. Lavender. 18 drops of lavender. And then 3 drops of rosemary. Three drops of rosemary. Okay. Okay, so just double check. Alright, so you can kind of see me a bit. Alright, 3 drops of rosemary, so I'll read that all out. So these are the main ingredients. So if you want to make Florida water, use 2 cups of vodka or medical spirit. Anything that's alcohol, really. So if you wanted to use vodka, you could use vodka, or if you wanted to switch it out for brandy, even it's at your own discretion, really, what you want to use as a base. And then 2 tablespoons of floral hydrosol, so that's something like lavender hydrosol, or if you wanted to use any other, if you prefer a different flower. And then we have 3 to 5 tablespoons of rose water, and you can use less of the rose water if you used lavender hydrosol or another floral hydrosol. And then essential oils go in next, so 6 drops of Mei-Chang essential oil, 5 drops of cinnamon, 16 drops of bergamot, 4 drops of rose, 4 drops of jasmine, 10 drops of citrus, so that's either lemon or orange, or you could use the combination of both if you prefer. And then 18 drops of lavender, 3 drops of rosemary. Okay, so that is my recipe for Florida water. So I built that upon what I got it from the Judica Ills book. She's got the Element Encyclopedia of Witchcraft, so I believe it came from that. So I tweaked it a bit and added my own twist on that. So next you can add in sprigs of sage. You may add in sprigs of sage. You may... Oh, bugger, I spelt that wrong. I've wrote you mad. You mad? Oh my god, I'm getting crazy. I must be tired. What time is it? I think it's like... Oh gosh, yeah, it's after midnight, so it's like 12:15 in the evening. So yeah, no wonder I'm writing you mad. I'm going crazy. So you may add a sprig of sage. So that could either fresh sage or dried sage, it's up to you. I'm trying to think which would be best. I'm thinking probably dried, but you could use either. It's the herb which is the important thing, so you may add a sprig of sage. Or lavender. you can add sage, lavender, or sweetgrass or pine. Sweetgrass, pine. Pine does smell delicious. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where to forage sweetgrass. I do have to find some of that. That's not actually in my collection at the moment. But I did find some lovely cypress. Oh my gosh. I found a lovely cypress tree near where I live. So I collected some of that the other day. So I could probably pop that in. And then you can add crystals, so that could be either clear quartz, amethyst, or rose quartz, or black obsidian. Add crystals. Clear quartz. Rose quartz. What was the other one? Amethyst or black obsidian. Amethyst or black. I love black obsidian. Black obsidian. So magical. Alright, speaking of black obsidian, I've got some right here. Like obsidian. The way to tell obsidian apart from tourmaline is black obsidian. You can usually see through it if you hold it up to the light. So it's you usually can see through it. I'm not sure if you can actually see through that. And probably not in this light. You probably need better light, like the sunlight. Okay. So that is the road opening mixture over there. Road opening mixture and Florida water. So there are two editions which I've added into the book. So I'll probably jazz this up a bit more because I kind of just added that in roughly. So yeah, that's the thing about when you're writing in your magical book, whether it's your grimoire or book of shadows, try not to be too precious with it and don't get too like hung up on it. Like, especially if you make a mistake. If you make a mistake in the book, you can always do something with it. You can transform the mistake or just embrace the mistake. Either way, it's not the end of the world.